K.Dayanidhi from the University of Madras. This has been an online presentation. This is Inspirations from Nalayira Divya Prabanda in the formation of Sri Bhasya.
Shatakopavangmayam Sahasra Shakopanishad Samagamam Namamyaham Dravida Veda Sagaram Upapitina Udva Pundravantam Trujagat Punya Phalam Trutanda Hastam Sharanagata Shastra Vahamide Shikhaya Shekarinam Patim Yatinam Tatra Bhavatam Ayojaganam अध्यक्षपादानां च प्रणम्य मम भाषा आंग्लभाषायां पत्रं प्रस्तोतुम् उत्सहे. My topic is Insprirations from Nalayira Divya Prabanda in the form of Sri Bhasya by Ramanuja. It is my great pleasure to present the paper on this conference. A Shastra says, Upakrama Upasamharaha iti. As previous speaker Kishore Kumar has given a Upakrama of inspiration of Nalayira Divya Prabanda of Alvar. Now, I am joining with Upakrama and Upasamhara with the inspiration of Nalayira Divya Prabanda by Ramanuja. First of all, until the Ramanuja period, there were demands for the recognition of Alvas by Acharyas as Nathamundigal. Ramanuja instituted in the inner thoughts of Alvar and gave a critical explanation of Alva's experience. And Swami Vedanta Desika Bhashyakara used to preach the contents of Brahma Sutra using Divya Prabanda. The Sri Vaishnava Acharyas held the Divya Prabanda and Alvas the great esteem and were able to correlate together the Vedic concepts with the aid of Divya Prabanda in the evidence from the commentaries of Sri Bhasya, Swami Ramanuja that had been gratefully influenced by Alvas works in determining the rights, approach the correlate apparently conducting the statements of Vedic phrase. Sri Uttamush Veeraraghavacharya, great scholar, the teacher explaining well in his Tamil commentary Nalayira Divya Prabandam, Prabanda Raksha, Sri Bhasya, Thiruvaimozhi and Prabanda Raksha, a Brahma Sutra's correlation. As we know, the Ramanuja was born in Sri Perumbudur in Tamil Nadu. He travelled across the country to dedicate his life to reviving the Vaishnavism following the Alvas. He vouched that the eyes of Supreme God, Sri Vishnu, all beings are equal and every being deserves to attain mukti through bhakti. He was greatly influenced by the Thondarpudi Alvar in Tirumala. Ramanuja decided to fulfill the wishes of Acharya, Yamunacharya, that of producing the personalist commentary on Vedanta Sutra of Badarayana. He learned the only place the Bodhayana's gloss was available was at Sharada Pita in Kashmir. And so he sent on the long journey to accompany his disciple Kuresha and reached the Sharada Pita when he asked permission to study the Bodhayana class, the library. They became alarmed and felt that it is personalist scholars study the text, he would be able to create havoc with the Advaita philosopher. Later, the goddess Saraswati, as presiding deity of mud, herself appeared before him. She handed over the glass to him and instructed him to depart immediately on discovering the disappearance of this manuscript. The Pandit sent some stalwart young disciple after the Vaishnavas. After 4-day journey, they overtook Ramanuja and retrieved the manuscript from him. However, he is relieved when the Kuresha informed that he committed the whole of its memory. On reaching Srirangam, Ramanuja decided himself to writing the commentary now famous under the name of Sri Bhasya, taking a class from the Alva's work wherever required. Ramanuja principal commentary on Brahma Sutra is known as Sri Bhasya. He also written the shorter commentary like Vedanta Deepa, Vedanta Sara, and Vedartha Sangraha. The Vedanta Sara, a brief work explaining the merely of meaning of words, each sutra, the connecting ideas, and was written before the Sri Bhasya. The Vedanta Deepa was written after the Sri Bhasya of medium of length. Ramanuja tradition was kept alive by the Acharyas who follow, especially Swami Desika, who is in his Drabinopanishad Tatparya Yatnavali says, Saras Saraswathanam Shakaripu Panidihi Shanta Shuddhanta Sima Maya Mayamunibhis Svaguna Vichititer Bandhayanti Thayanti Param Param Parito Bhavajaladhi Bhavan Majjananam Jananam प्रत्यक्षेपन्न प्रतिन यतिरामा सन्निधानम निधानम. In this shloka, Uttamur Viragavacharya Swami, a great scholar, in his Prabanda Raksha is quote, the Thiruvaimozhi is superior scripture for even Vyasa, Parashara science. It is pleasant to hear it talk nothing about the Yemberuman Sriman Narayana's glory and applicable for all type of personal and provide the difficulty of Vedic terminology like Vishishtadvaita simple word. The text attribute to the Bhadarayana designated Brahma Sutra for a Sariraka Shastra Sutra occupied the foremost position of authority in the system of Vedanta, Sri Bhasya and masterly work. It is style matching of substance. Sri Ramanuja chose the hard way on every issue that of truthfulness and is massive in the statement of prima facie view and also his prediction of his own finding. The language of explanation, lucid as well as grand. Vedanta Desika himself, a greater master of style, acknowledges his own style, acquired the grades throughout the devout application to a writing of Ramanuja. In the compass of vision, the fullness of exudation of splendor of style, Sri Bhasya reaches the highest excellence. Ramanuja includes in the category of secondary scripture, the body of inspired mystical poetry, collective name as Divya Prabanda, composed and sung by Alvar, a total Sharanagati Shastra. The basis of Sri Bhasya refers the basic quality of Brahman as being very cause and sustains to everything. It is first two chapters. Also, the Thiruvaimozhi in the first centum, it deals with the quality of Brahman, says Uttamur Swami in his introduction of Thiruvaimozhi commentary, while referring to the means of salvation and the goal as to distinct facts of Vishishtadvaita. The Uttamur Swami says in the Thiruvaimozhi first three cantum, these how are Acharya from Sri Ramanuja have classified the Prabandam, same aspect and deal the Sri Bhasya in his second and third chapters. Swami Ramanuja explained the Supreme Brahman is the sole cause and entire universe, the nature, a infinite bliss and agnostic to all evil, an ocean countless auspicious quality of natural unsuppressed excellence, transcending all this and constituting the self of all, and also the jiva of the nature of boundless knowledge in the nature of mode of Brahman being its body, and the such nature that it can get joy in the experience of Brahman. This nature, however, been concealed by beginningless ignorance of the nature of karma. Affirm that moksha is the distinct experience of Brahman, what is fundamental nature after the destruction of ignorance. This passage says in Sri Bhasya, in Attaradhikaranam, he is explaining about the nature of quality of supreme law. In passage, Trayanta Nishnatastu Nikila Jagadeka Karanaya Ashesha Heya Pratyanika Ananta Jnananandika Swarupasya Swabhavika Anavadhika Dishaya Asankheya Kalyana Gunakarasya Sakaletara Vilakshana Sarvatma Bhutasya Parasya Brahmanaha Sharirataya Prakara Bhutasya Anukula Parichinna Jnana Swarupasya Paramatma Anubhavaika Rasasya Jivasya anadi karma swarupa avidya tirohita swarupasya avidyocheda purvaka swabhavika paramatma anubhavameva moksham achakshate. The passage was studied by me is translated in has been said in Sri Bhasya. The Uttamur Swami further clarify how Swami Ramanuja and Swami Vedanta Desika elaborate that the first, the 21 Pasuram of Thiruvaimozhi is totally about the essence of Sri Bhasya. What Nammalvar says in two centum of Thiruvaimozhi is the essence of Sri Bhasya. Sri Bhasya has been inspired from the Nammalvar's Thiruvaimozhi. Swami Desika says in Adhikarana Saravali, Sashtadehi Swanishto Niravadika Mahima Apasta Bhadaha Shrutaptaha Swatmader Indriyader Uchita Janakakrit Samsruto Tantravahi Nirdoshatvadi Nirmyo Bahubhajana Pada Sarvaharka Karma Prasadyaha Papachitta Brahmanadi Gatikritavahan Samyadashtratra Vedyaha. He says, explain that like the Brahma Sutra, which is divided into two divisions, Dvikam. The first 21 Pasuram is divided as 11 Pasuram describing the Brahma Sutra's first chapter,
Dr. Dayanidhi,
and later 10 Pasuram
you.
describing the rest of Sri Bhasya.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Swami Ramanuja, influenced by the Alva's Pasuram in his explanation of Brahma Sutra and perceivable in many instances throughout the commentaries of Thiruvaimozhi by all our acharyas. The Pasuram Uyarvara Uyarnalam Udayavan Yavanavan Mayarvara Madinalam Arulinan Yavanavan Ayarvara Amararhal Adipati Yavanavan Tuyaradu Sodaradi Toldaran Manane. This is the in the nature of Veda and subtly disclose the fact, but it is doing that ordinary man developed of this rich knowledge, Alvas with the ardent cloud of humanity absorbed this rich knowledge by the God's grace and translated them in simple terms so that even a layman could understand it is particular aspect of Alvar. Even the great scholars, Acharya like Ramanuja, celebrated the Alagiya Manavala's Nayanar says in Grantha Acharya Hridayam, Bhashyakar idai kondu sutrathai olga viduva. Sri Ramanuja in his Sri Bhashyam used to link the difficult phase of Brahma Sutra with for the vivid example from the Thiruvaimozhi. Swami Desika said, Theriyada Maraninangal Therihum Nome. With the help of the Alvar Pasuram, we can get clarity and difficult areas of Vedas. This is the inspiration of Alvar's Pasuram by Sri Ramanuja. I thank the organization have given me the great opportunity in the Vaishnava conference. Dhanyavadaha. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.